I'm a direct season Cyclones fan. Let's give a rookie preview for Jadon Canady, why his slot corner status can be on Trent McDuffie's level, and why he can be a breath of fresh air for a Chiefs cornerback room that needs it. My name's AJ Caldwell. Welcome back to Cyclone Kingdom. Rookie preview number 4, and we're going to Jadon Canady from Oregon. Another Pacific Northwest guy that the Chiefs go out and get that has the potential to be an elite slot corner. We talked about Trent McDuffie a little bit. We've talked about, the ability and potential that he had over the past couple of seasons, and he is now in Los Angeles Ram. We wish him the best. What is life after Trent McDuffie look like? You got Monster Delane. We already gave our rookie preview for him. Go check it out on our YouTube channel, right? We've already given him his flowers and saying he better play up to his potential. And he better be this top 5, top 10 corner in a couple years. But what about inside? Right? What about this slot corner position that Chiefs fans all over the place have said Trent McDuffie was only a slot corner. He couldn't play outside. Well, you got your outside corner now. You got your guy that you can hopefully lock down for the next 5 to 10 years. And be this outside corner that people just respect and fear. It doesn't mean anything if slot corner doesn't work out. It doesn't mean anything if Chamari Connor is still in the slot, right? And so all of it, Chamari Connor, he's a great tackler and a great blitzer, but we've talked about ad nauseum, both in the season and into this offseason, that Chamari Connor can't cover anybody. Well, the reason why Jadon Canady is now a Chief is Brett Veach and Steve Spagnuolo and Andy Reid believe Jadon Canady can guard. And he can cover your number 2 wide receiver, or number 1 if they go in the slot. Right? We think about that Cowboys game where George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb were going all over the place and going bonkers against the Chiefs defense because they were isolating Chamari Connor. Jadon Canady can change that. The question is, will he? Right? What is his ceiling? What is the ceiling for this guy that's from Oregon, that has a lot of ability, that has a lot of potential? What can he be? Well, I know I compared him to Trent McDuffie, but his ceiling isn't Trent McDuffie because Trent McDuffie is one of the best slot corners in football. But his ceiling is a very, very good slot corner. His ceiling is being someone that you can trust in coverage, right? His ceiling is being a guy that the Chiefs can look to and say, go cover their number 2. Go cover CeeDee Lamb in the slot, right? Go cover Devontae Adams in the slot, right? Now, is he going to be perfect at that? Obviously not. I just listed 2 elite wide receivers, right? But as an example, right, when Puka's on the outside or when George Pickens is on the outside and you need someone to cover your number 2 and be more than serviceable and be very good, Jadon Canady can be that. That is his ceiling, right? But what's his floor? The floor for Jadon Canady is Chamari Connor 2.0, where you can hit, you can tackle, you can blitz, but you can't cover. And my goodness, do the Chiefs need somebody that can cover in coverage, right? My goodness, do they need someone that can go out and ball against another team's top wide receivers, even as a rookie, right? The floor for Jadon Canady is we don't know who to put out there in the slot. Monster Delane's doing his thing. Noel Williams, I believe, is going to be really good as well. But Jadon Canady, or whoever's there, can't do it, right? That would be the floor for this guy. Where we're just like holding our breath if the ball's thrown over the middle because we know there's nobody there who can cover, right? So his ceiling is this guy that you can trust in coverage. Just think about that as a Chiefs fan. Someone in the slot, not named Trent McDuffie, right, who's now gone, that can cover and be a reliable source in coverage. That is what the Chiefs need. What is his realistic view? What is the realistic view for Jadon Canady going into 2026? It's somewhere in between. I don't think he's going to be this trustworthy where you can trust his ability and you can trust that he's not going to let you down. I also don't think he's going to be Chamari Connor 2.0. I think that his ability and the tape that we've seen on him at Oregon and the attitude that he has and the ball hawk that he is, I don't think he's going to be like a complete liability out there. He's going to be somewhere in between. Similar to what I've said about Peter Woods, right? Now, I might be downselling Peter Woods and Jadon Canady, and I get that, and I would love to be wrong about them. But Jadon Canady, in his rookie year, right, is not going to be this guy where it's just like, throw him out there, he's trustworthy. Now, in 2 to 3 years, could he be? Absolutely. And that's every rookie as you go throughout their process, right? It's what we hope Felix Anudike-Uzomah finally kicks it into high gear in his 4th season, right? I mean, that it's make or break time for FAU. But for Jadon Canady, all you need to do is be a serviceable guy. And I think that's what he'll be. He'll be a serviceable guy. Yeah, he'll blow coverages sometimes, but he won't be a liability. And he'll be somewhere in between. We're going into year 2, going into year 3 of his career. He has the potential to then take that next step and take that leap. So as long as he is taking Chamari Connor's spot, I'm happy. In fact, as many Chiefs media people have said that are right on with it, Chamari Connor moving to safety could be the best thing for the Chiefs. Right, where you don't have to guard somebody in coverage, but you're the over-the-top guy that can also blitz. Spags loves to blitz safeties, right? We know that with Brian Cook and all those guys. So moving him over and moving Jadon Canady into the slot role could be a breath of fresh air for the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think that he will do well enough where we are not pulling our hair out that Jadon Canady is in coverage, right? Now, he's going to let us down. He's a rookie. I don't think he's going to be this monster to Lane or what I believe R. Mason Thomas is going to be this year, right? So that's my thoughts on him. I'm very excited for this post-McDuffie, post-Watson kind of secondary room. I think it's young. I think it's talented. And we'll give a whole preview of the cornerback room in the secondary later on this summer, so stay tuned for that. But let me know your comments and your thoughts on what Jadon Canady's ceiling and floor is, what you think his realistic view is, and as always, roll clones, and how about those Chiefs?